We're going to talk about some cases now of mothers who have murdered multiple of their children. I know these are not the easiest cases to hear, but I do believe that sometimes these cases don't get talked about because they're horrific. Obviously, I'm not going to go into a lot of details of how children died or anything like that, but we are going to talk about it because I think there's some really important cases that should be talked about. I'm going to start with this case of... Which one am I going to cover first? So we're going to talk about Megan Huntsman first, she was a woman who a couple of years ago it was found out that someone searched the garage of her home and found 6 dead babies. So we're going to talk about this case. You may, if I show you a picture, you may remember her. Ah, thank you, Christina. Thank you. I'll show you a picture. You probably recognise her because I covered videos on her before. This is her. Obviously, she's like methamphetamine. So this is her, and this was like the search. This was what was. Yeah, they were all in boxes in her garage after she moved out of the home. This was her at trial recently. So we're going to get into the case. So this is Megan Huntsman. Now, we know that women hide their pregnancies for several reasons. And, you know, sometimes it's because they have had miscarriages before and they want to hide pregnancies because they don't want to tell anyone, they don't want to jinx anything. They've really been through a hard time. But on this occasion, she kind of hid them from everyone, including her husband. And my belief of that is kind of because during a lot of times that she was pregnant, she was taking methamphetamine and so was her husband. And I believe that she thought people would be disgusted and continue to smoke the pipe and do all of those things while she was pregnant. I'm worried that people are going to think that's me in the picture. She's not related to me in any way. So yeah, born on February 26, 1975, evening, in Salt Lake City in Utah, Megan Huntsman was quite a quiet girl. She kept to herself. There was nothing really that stood out loads in her childhood. Leave me alone, you little fuckers. She attended Pleasant Grove High School, and she was kind of described as a really normal person. She met her future husband, a man whose name was Darren West there, and they quite quickly fell in love. Now, he was known for getting into fights and doing drugs, and the pair would go on to get secretly married. So she got married, and you know, her parents wouldn't have approved. He was a local bad boy. So shortly after they married, Huntsman and West packed up his things. They moved. Packed up her things and moved into his parents' home, and they began smoking and drinking together. And quite quickly, they fell into a codependent drug relationship. Now, around that time, she changed everything about herself. She stopped making an effort. She stopped putting weird faces. She would wear baggy, oversized clothing, and she would wear even like man's shoes. She just wasn't really caring about herself anymore. And she was obviously hiding her body at all times due to the fact that she was losing a lot of weight through drug addiction. At one point, she comes to her mum's house for one day for a coffee. Everything's fine. The next day she comes back with a newborn and she's like, I've just had a baby. And her mum's like, didn't you know you're pregnant? What's going on? And she's like saying she said that she just didn't know. And her mum's like, well, how did you not know? And she's just like, well, I didn't. And so West's parents, Darren West, his parents give them a new home with 2 floors and a basement and a large garden because she's now had a baby. So they then decide to grow their little family and they go on to have 2 more children. And things apparently are looking up for the couple. They've got a new home, these children, and Wes has found a job in construction, so they've got more money for meth now, so that everything's good, right? And the 2 times that she's pregnant and had babies, she again has hid them from everyone, including Wes. And on the day she's given birth, she's kind of appeared with babies. So they struggle to raise these 2 children together. They have 2 babies, sorry, not 3. They have 2 daughters. The 2 of them over the next 2 years struggle to raise their daughters together. They're spending almost $100 a day on methamphetamine. And they start to neglect their home, their children, and eventually lose their jobs, and everything goes downhill. They turn to his family at some point. They stop giving the money. They know it's for drugs. And so they start to manufacture methamphetamine inside of their home and sell it from their home, which is what you want every parent to do, right? Not. So a few years went by and they welcome a 3rd child at that point. When they have their 3rd child, everything seems to kind of fix itself a little bit. And they tend to be getting on better. They're not doing as many drugs. But it's at this point they realise the police have been gathering evidence for ages. And West is sent to prison, Darren West, for 12 years for manufacturing of methamphetamine. Now, after he goes to prison for 12 years, Megan stays at her in-laws' house still for 5 years, raising 3 daughters by herself in the home they've given her. Now, in 2011, she meets a new partner. She moves him into the home. And her in-laws, obviously, are incensed and say, look, if you're going to have... Send what, Kelly? If you're going to move in, live in our home with a new man that's not our son, you have to go. With the children, you have to go. So she packs up her daughters and herself. And by then, her children are 18, 17 and 11. And she leaves those children behind. She decides to pack up the home, just the things she wants and this new partner. And she leaves her children behind in the home, and they end up actually going to stay with their grandparents because they can't raise themselves. One of them's 11. So 2 years after leaving her daughters behind and starting a new life, Huntsman announced that she's pregnant again. And this time she doesn't try to hide it. She's excited. And shortly after this, she suffers a miscarriage, which is tragic for anyone. And I'm sorry for anyone who's been through that. So this takes us to 2014. When we know that Darren West is released from prison after serving 12 years for the manufacturing of methamphetamine. And to give him his dues, Darren comes out and he is a changed man. He comes into his home, he takes back his 3 children, he is heartbroken that Megan has moved on, but he begins to make the best of a fresh start out of prison. He moves back in with his daughters, he finds a really good job, and he remodels the whole home for the girls. And he is just absolutely grateful at his second chance at life. So in April of 2014, when he starts remodelling the garage, he's sorting through old Christmas decorations when he comes across the last thing he'd ever expect. Hey, Dawn. He finds the decomposing body of a baby inside of a box. Night, Kelly. And the horrific scene was so unexpected that he believes maybe it's a Halloween decoration, because he's like, I've got Christmas decorations and this baby in this box. So he decides to phone the police straight away. Now, before he phones the police, by the way, he phones Megan and says, Megan, I'm in the garage where you used to live with the girls, and there's a dead baby in a box. Is it a real baby? What's going on? Whose is it? And she says, well, years ago I had an abortion. I didn't know what to do with the baby. So I just put the baby in the garage, which is not true, because if you have an abortion, you're not given a baby to take home. Now, not long after the phone call with Darren, she then asked her partner for a gun so she can kill herself, but he refuses to give her one. Now, the police then arrive on the scene and they quickly zero on Darren West, right? This convict who's just got out of prison for 12 years, who has now got a box with a dead baby in. And they take Megan in for questioning because she was an adult who used to live in the house. And she says, no, it's me. It is me. And if you go back in the garage, you'll find 5 more babies in boxes. And the police are like, what? So the police search the closet in that garage and they find 6 bodies of babies in separate boxes. And they conduct several DNA tests to check the parenting of the babies. And they are all the natural babies of Megan Huntsman and Darren West. So police begin to wonder, how did this happen? How could this have happened? And Darren West is like, oh, I didn't know any of this. I thought she'd been pregnant 3 times. We've got 3 daughters. I didn't know anything else. So when it come to, she says that when it came time to give birth, she would do it when her husband was at work. Thank you. She would do it when her husband was at work or out of the house. And she would give birth to a newborn and then strangle them to death and place them in boxes. Afterwards, she would wrap the bodies in blankets and hide them in cardboard boxes in the closet in the garage. One time, she went into the garage, quickly gave birth to a baby, strangled it, put it into a box, and then went back to watching TV with her husband. Neither sister or her husband who were in the room watching TV with her had any idea this had happened. And Darren West said, look, I do remember once or twice her going out to the garage with boxes, but the garage is where we kept everything. Letters, decorations, important paperwork, tools. He said, I never thought to say, stop what's in your box. Like, And I do that a lot. If I'm doing a clear up of the front room, I'm like, I'll put away the kids' old toys, I'll put them up in the box in the cupboard. I've got all kinds of boxes around with Christmas decorations, Easter decorations, Halloween props. We don't know. So we'll talk about the trial now. So she was arrested on April the 13th, 2014. Hey, mischievous. Her trial began 10 months later in February of 2015. And she pled not guilty, but later, in an attempt to avoid a death sentence, she pled guilty to 6 counts of first-degree murder. A year after arrest, Megan Huntsman received a life sentence plus 5 years for each of the 6 counts of first-degree murder. And she will spend the rest of her life in the Utah Correctional Facility. I have no idea, Z, how they I missed her, because that was the house he was manufacturing meth in, so it's terrifying, isn't it? And all of those babies she had during a marriage shot when he was in prison. So I can't make any sense of it. I just can't. What would be the purpose of that? That's 6 babies that could have gone to 6 families who can't have children, who would have loved those babies. Why wouldn't you start taking contraception? Why wouldn't you do something rather than do this to your children? You also had 3 living children in the house. Thank you, Beth. We got 3 living children in the house. Why would you kill children and just add them in heaps of like the trainers in boxes? Nobody knew. That's why, and I think that's a lot why she was wearing the baggy men's clothing for the whole relationship. I honestly think even her husband would have been like, you can't carry on taking that, you're pregnant with our child, like the methamphetamine. And I believe she was so desperate to keep getting high. And you've got to think about the change in her body, Meg, because of drug taking constantly. She probably would have been underweight at all times. It's meth, you're not eating, you're not doing anything. They come all in between, Jessie. They were varying ages, various Cassie, it would have been. But then you've got to think of other things you keep in the garage, like petrol cars and all those things. A lot of it would have eventually gone away. It's a tiny baby. And they were wrapped tightly in blankets. It's just horrific. It's absolutely horrific. There is absolutely no reason for this. This was the police going out there to take all the boxes out of the home. It's heartbreaking.